Hey everybody, welcome to the free video. Let's dive in and look at these crazy indexes and seeing what's going on, and also check, do we need to hedge this thing? So the Russell here continues to have huge upside. What's happening right now is a lot of the big stocks, Amazon being an example, Microsoft, even Facebook. Apple had a pop today, but a lot of these have been kind of quiet. And what's happening is money is kind of, instead of flowing into the big fangs, it's flowing into value. And you're just seeing this huge surge in the small caps here. And it's like, okay, well how long is that going to last? So let's contrast this with the Qs. As I got the hiccups here. Qs look great, had a solid day with Apple. Not as clean of an uptrend here because some of the bigger stocks are kind of hanging, but look at this big weekly squeeze that's setting up here. The diamonds, the Dow here, also just floating, kind of grinding here. And then the transports, which have been leading this up, actually have kind of had an interesting, they actually broke their 21 EMA yesterday. And the reason I point that out is sometimes when this happens, the transports are typically the first ones to go. So if transports go, and then a few days later you'll see everybody else following suit. Of course, they were back up today. So with this kind of a market, do we just hang on and, don't worry about the downside? Well, also what's happening is that the skew is above 135. And when that happens, that happened here before the huge March sell-off. And there's definitely some false signals. But basically what it's saying is that funds are nervous and they're hedging. And typically when funds are nervous and they're hedging, it's for a good reason. So it doesn't mean we're going to roll over. But, hey, if they're hedging, that's something we should at least consider. And then the other thing is the 10-day moving average of the put-call ratio. And if you look at this now, the new levels, it used to be 1 and then 0.80. The new levels now are 0.75 is the new 1. Okay, that's where the bottoms happen. And then 0.55 is the new sell signal, meaning that everybody and their mother is long. Okay, so where are we right now? Everybody and their mother is long. So even though the markets here look amazing, and they just may keep rallying forever, I am putting hedges on, buying puts on the Qs, just different things like that, to offset the longs that I have in case something gets pretty weird. So on Friday, of course, Tesla is going to be added to the S&P 500. And then, the main thing that I would be aware of there and just be careful of, there's a lot of assumptions here that it's just going to go straight to 700. Now, you guys know me and Tesla. I'm definitely bullish on Tesla. But there's so much assumption that that's going to happen that makes me a little hesitant. So my plan here is, instead of having a lot of risk, meaning a bunch of in-the-money long calls and just assuming that we're going to go to 700, I'll be swapping out, throwing on some 700 butterflies, for like $1, and if it works, it's a 10x move, and if it doesn't work, who cares? And then probably doing another one down here at 600, just in case it gets a little nuts. I don't know if you guys know this, but what happens is that on the 18th, especially towards the end of the day, the indexes have to add the stock. Well, guess what? Hedge funds know this, and so they're loading up on Tesla, and they're getting ready to sell it to them. So it doesn't mean that all of a sudden Tesla's going to have to go up $100 a share. It might. So anyway, hence the butterflies. So anyway, just be careful out there. It's the end of the year. It's a good time to take it easy, lighten up, get rested and relaxed, because 2021 is going to be a hell of a trading year, and you want to go into it with a clear head and neutral state of mind. So my plan is also to kind of go into cash and be mostly flat into the last 2 weeks, maybe some spreads and butterflies here and there, and take it easy and get ready for a killer 2021. All right, you guys have a fantastic night, and we'll see you at the next update.